What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for She's All I Wanna Be by Tate McRae. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and the guitar that we're jamming on today is called a Faith Blood Moon Neptune. The first thing that you want to know to play She's All I Wanna Be on guitar is that in order to keep the song as accurate and beginner friendly as possible, we're gonna capo up to 5th fret. The next thing that you want to know to play She's All I Wanna Be on guitar is the structure of this song. We'll start with a verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, and we'll finish up the song with one last chorus. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into She's All I Wanna Be is the 5 chords that you need to play this song. The first one is C. The next one is C over B. The next one is A minor. The next one is E minor. And the last one is F. And I have a beginner way to play that F chord as well as short chord tutorials for all the other chords in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind guys, let's dive into She's All I Wanna Be by Tate McRae. Guys, this is a really groovy new song from Tate McRae. It's one of my personal favorites that I've heard from her. It's just really jammy and super fun to play. So for most of this song, we're just gonna have one chord progression, what we're playing for our verses and choruses. That chord progression is gonna be A minor, E minor, F, C, and then C over B. That chord progression will repeat through all of our verses and our choruses, so most of the song. Now, you'll notice that there's some stars next to some chords there, the first 2 chords, and that's because we're gonna do something a little bit different for strum pattern on those first 2 chords as we're gonna do for all of the non-starred chords. So for our strum pattern for this, all we're gonna have is a series of down strums. For all of our non-starred chords, so the last 3 chords, we're gonna have 16 very fast down strums. For our starred chord, the first chord, we're gonna have 14 very fast down strums. And then for that E minor, the second chord there with 2 stars next to it, we're gonna have 2 very fast down strums. So let's break that down chord by chord and see what it looks like. So starting with that A minor, we're gonna start here with that starred chord is gonna have 14 down strums. It's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About like that. You can count it in 8s. So this one, we're gonna end on that 6, and we're gonna really quickly go to 2 down strums on the E minor, 1, 2. It's just a transition chord right there, that E minor. We're in and out of it really, really fast. Then we go to that F chord. The F chord does not have a star, and neither do any of the rest of the chords in this progression. So all of these non-starred chords are gonna get 16, or you can count it as 2 sets of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Onto the C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C over B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just about like that. So really, this chord progression really is mainly A minor, F, C, and C over B, but we're adding that little E minor transition in after that A chord and just really quick hitting it and getting out of it. So just a walkthrough of that close to full speed, kind of guided through the strum pattern here. Start with our A minor, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, I'm out of breath. But that's basically what we're going to be doing for all of our verses and choruses, just that chord progression and that strum pattern. The only difference between the verses and choruses is that for the verses, we're going to play that kind of palm muted, which is kind of just how I was playing it. If you don't know what palm muting is, all it is taking the soft part of your strumming hand right here and using that to kind of rest it on the strings and give it a more muted, muffled sound, kind of like this. Kind of like that. So the verses will be using palm muting, and then in the choruses, we're just going to be jamming full out. We're going to go kind of like that. Other than that, same chord progression and the same strum pattern other than the palm muting for the verses and the choruses. So nothing too crazy here, guys. The only little bit tricky part there is just getting that little transition down really quick in and out of that E minor after the A minor. So with all that in mind, guys, like I said, this does play through the verses and choruses. The strum pattern is going to be just a little bit different because of that palm muting. So I'm going to do twice through with the palm muted version that we'll use for the verses, and I'm going to switch over to the full out strumming that we'll use in the choruses. So with all that in mind, guys, a couple times to the chord progression that repeats to the verses and the choruses on She's All I Want to Be will look about like this without me talking. And guys, the only other thing that you need to know to play She's All I Want to Be on guitar is what we're playing for our pre-choruses. And this is actually the easiest part of the song. We're going to have a very familiar chord progression and a really simple strum pattern to go along with it. So our chord progression for our pre-choruses is going to be basically the same thing we were already playing: A minor, F, C, and then C over B. All we're doing is we're getting rid of that E minor transition for this pre-chorus part. Other than that, it's the same chord progression we were already using for the verses and choruses. Now, what we're going to be doing for our strum pattern here is just going to be a single down strum for each chord, and we're going to hold it out for quite a while. So it's going to look kind of like this. We're going to go down, 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 down. About like that. Nothing too crazy. And if I remember right, this only plays through once for each pre-chorus. So like I said, if you've gotten this far, this is going to be really beginner friendly. But with all that in mind, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play through that a couple of times just so that you guys can play along with me. But remember, I think it only plays through once for each pre-chorus. But a couple times through the chord progression and that single down strum pattern, it's going to play through once through the pre-choruses on She's All I Want to Be will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that's everything that you need to know to play She's All I Want to Be on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 900 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel. I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. Hit up my Instagram and TikTok at the Groovy Guitar Dude if you want to see a play along of this song and a lot of the other songs I've been teaching lately with the original song. Guys, She's All I Want to Be is a groovy new song from Tate McRae, and it's actually probably my favorite one that I've heard from her so far. I think this is my 3rd Tate McRae song that I've taught, and I really like this one. It's real jammy. It kind of reminds me of like mid 2000s kind of punk pop songs, and I really like it. I feel like that kind of style is making a comeback, and this feels like one of her kind of first steps into that, at least from what I've heard so far. But it's a really fun song. It's really pretty beginner friendly. The whole song is based around the A minor, F, C, C over G progression. And then, like I said, in the verses and the choruses, you can go to that E minor, kind of walk down into that F. You actually don't have to do that if it's too complicated. If you're like just starting out on guitar, you can actually just change that progression to A minor, F, C, and then C over G, and just kind of get rid of that whole walk down to the E minor thing, because it is a little bit fast. But if you want to be as accurate as possible to the original song, you want to add that walk down E minor in there. It's not crazy complicated, it's just kind of a fast transition. But guys, anyways, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.